Welcome back to Katie Quiz, brought to you by GBU Life. It is now time to speed things up in what we call the Katie Quiz Speed Round. In this round, we have 10 questions prepared for each team. 10 points is awarded for a correct answer. There are no deductions for incorrect answers. And the big part of this, each team only has 60 seconds to answer as many of those 10 questions as they can. Now, we are going to continue in the same order. Up first will be our team from North Allegheny. And I should also mention all three teams are going to be competing in the same category in this speed round. And that category today is Women in History. So North Allegheny, you are up first. We are going to start your 60-second clock in 3, 2, 1. Which activist co-founded and presided over the National Women's Suffrage Association?
Susan B. Anthony.
Who was the first woman to co-anchor a network news show?
Pass.
What U.S. state was Kamala Harris a senator of before becoming vice president?
California.
Which pilot was the first female to operate a transatlantic flight in 1932?
Earhart.
The first woman scientist to receive a Nobel Prize and the first person to receive 2 Nobel Prizes?
Curie.
This politician was the first Black woman to be elected to the United States Congress.
Ginsburg.
No. Disability and women's rights activist was known for being the first deaf, blind person to write a book and earn a bachelor's degree.
Teller.
Who was the first Mexican artist known for her self-portraits and surrealist paintings?
Kahlo.
Which U.S. First Lady is known for being the first to take on responsibilities beyond hosting and entertaining at the White House?
Roosevelt.
You got that in time, but time is up, so we didn't get to the last question. You got 7 correct in that round. That means you added 70 points to your score, and that takes you up to 375 so far on the day. Very nicely done, North Allegheny. Next up is our team from Penn-Trafford High School. And Penn-Trafford, we are going to start your 60-second clock in 3, 2, 1. Whose activism at Montgomery bus boycott led to a key moment in the civil rights movement?
Rosa Parks.
Which singer won the Grammy Award for Album of the Year most often?
Swift.
Who was the first female justice of the United States Supreme Court?
Day O'Connor.
Who is known as the founder of modern nursing and helped further Army medical services?
Clara Barton.
No. Who was the first African-American woman to win the Nobel Prize for Literature?
Walker.
No. Her famous novels include Pride and Prejudice, Persuasion. Which woman served as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom in the 1980s?
Thatcher.
Who is the author of To Kill a Mockingbird?
Lee.
The first Black woman to travel into space? And with that, time is up, so we didn't get to the last question. You got 6 correct, and you are keeping things here real close as you put up 60 points on the board in that round, taking you to 365 points. Very nice job, Penn-Trafford. Next up is our team from Central Catholic High School. And Central Catholic, we are going to begin your 60-second clock in 3, 2, 1. This woman was the first female U.S. Secretary of State.
Smith.
No. Simone Biles is the most decorated athlete in what sport?
Gymnastics.
A primatologist best known for being an expert on chimpanzees.
Austin.
No. Abolitionist known as Moses in the Underground Railroad.
Tubman.
Who wrote the classic Gothic novel Frankenstein?
Shelley.
What year did women in the United States gain their right to vote?
22.
No. Who founded the American Red Cross?
Well,
No. Who was the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Franklin.
This mathematician was known as the human computer and helped calculate trajectories for the first man in space.
Smith.
No. What soldier fought in the American Revolutionary War disguised as a man? And time is up, so we didn't get to complete that last question. You got 4 correct in that round, And that takes you to 345 points after adding 40 points to your score. And it's just 30 points that separates first place from third place. So we have a very, very close matchup and more points up for grabs because we never like to slow it down after the speed round. So we're going to jump right into Katie Quiz math time. In this round, we have 2 math-related questions for each team. We award 20 points for a correct answer. 20 points is deducted for any incorrect answer given. So up first will be our team from North Allegheny High School. And here's your first math time question. Evaluate the expression shown.
80.
80 is right. And your next question, simplify this expression, giving your answer with a singular base.
X to the 26.
Love the quick math. That is correct. And that means you added 40 points to your score, taking you up to 415 on the day. Very nicely done, North Allegheny. Next up is our team from Penn-Trafford High School. And Penn-Trafford, here's your first math time question. Give sine of angle C as a simplified fraction or whole number.
3/5.
3/5 is correct. Nicely done. In the image shown, what is the measure of angle A?
55 degrees.
55 degrees is right. That means you added 40 points to your score, and that takes you up to 405 points so far on the day. And that keeps things here real close. Very nicely done, Penn-Trafford. Finally up, we have our team from Central Catholic High School. And Central Catholic, here is your first math time question. State the domain of the relation shown.
5, 6, 8, and 10.
5, 6, 8, and 10 is correct. Very nicely done. Finally, state the degree of the polynomial shown.
5th.
The 8th degree was what we were looking for on that one. You got one right, you got one wrong. That means your score stays the same at 345 points. And these scores are so close that it's still anyone's game because we have big points up for grabs in our next and final round, a round we call More or Less. That's next on Katie Quiz, brought to you by GBU Life.
KD Quiz is brought to you by GBU Life, providing life insurance, annuities, and community support since 1892.